Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. How are you all doing? Um, it's Jenny here, and I have got a kind of a quick little video today, so it won't take up too much of your time. But before we get into it, I just want to express my appreciation, my sincere gratitude for any viewers that come to the channel and subscribe, watch my videos all the way through. I know that some of them can be a bit long, but you know, it is appreciated if you are coming and watching all the way through and giving me a thumbs up, and you know, even a comment. Even every now and then a comment would be lovely. So it all helps the channel. The algorithms are very challenging at the best of times, and for a relatively sort of well, not necessarily a new channel, but a struggling one, because you know, it is very slow going for me. So any bit of interaction that I get, you know, is just everything. It means the world to me, and it is very, very appreciated. So I want to send you out all big cyber hugs for your subscription and for your views and for any comments and thumbs ups that I get. That is just absolutely amazing. So anyway, let's get into it. I hope you've all been well and been keeping busy. Today we've just got an Etsy shop update. I haven't done any other videos. I haven't been making anything. I've been catching up on other stuff and sleep, and yeah, so today it's just a bit of an Etsy update because I have worked reasonably solidly on it today, preparing everything, making sure things are just right, and checking out what packaging I had, and then doing the draft listings. And so it was lots of photos and uploading on my phone. It's easier if I do it on my phone and just do a draft listing, and then I go in on my laptop and do any edits for one lot of the listings. I was able to pretty much copy and paste and just edit little parts because the description in that section didn't match that particular item, but the rest of the description was the same all the way through. So I was able to save a fair bit of time there, but then I had to also work out pricing. So, you know, I had to assess what had gone into the items and take into consideration the Etsy fees and everything, and take all that off, and then work out the postage. And here in Australia, our postage is shocking. It's you know, everyone complains about postage from the US. Well, I can imagine that US people would be complaining about postage from Australia about now, because our postage is disgusting. So we're no different. And so, you know, if you're buying from overseas, you're here in Australia and you're buying from overseas, and you're complaining about postage, spare a thought for those sellers, because our postage is not any better. All right, so the listings are the Gypsy Journal folio that I did, the flip folio thingy that I did last week, and it's sort of in pieces a little bit because I've just had it open to double check a few things while I was listing it. So yeah, this is going in to, it's already been loaded in, and so that's really good. So it's not done up, but I need to go in and just put these couple of things back in. So that needs to go in this pocket back here, which I can put this way. This is the notebook, and that just slides in there like so. I might leave it out just a fraction so that they can see that it's in there. And then we got that little removable notepad, and we have this it's a paper clip which has got the journal spot that you would have seen me make if you watched the part 2 of this going together. Right, so that is that, and I think that's it. So you would have seen all this if you watched part 2, but I'll give you a quick flip through as we go back. So we've got this page, there's a tuck spot here. This is just a sample of some boho bits, and there's a journal card there, and some charms on the bulldog clip, and that comes off. That's an envelope that flips, and there's pockets in there. This fabric lined pocket here with journal card, and then we got journal card in there, or couple in there, and there's one in here, and we've got bits all in here, and then this is the front inside pocket and the front cover, which we've got these dangles on here, and as you can see we've got lots of boho bits and pieces. This is not really a proper flip through. I debated whether I was going to do a proper one or not, and I thought no, I did take good photos for the listing, so I decided that a flip through wasn't really necessary because I did this over 2 parts, so you would have seen it go together. So that is now going on, that's now on Etsy. It is already up there. So that's one. And then I have 5 book page bundles. These are all children's book bundles, and the papers come from my own collection of books. I used to collect children's books, vintage ones, as well as other vintage books, and when I started junk journaling, I started going through my collection and actually sacrificing some of my collection. And so these pages would be from books from the 50s through to the 80s. We've got a range of all different size pages. So we've got Enid Blyton books, we've got the Ladybird Reader Vintage School Reader series, we've got other random stories, and there's a couple of Disney pages. There's Snuggle Pot and Cuddle Pie. There's Sooty pages if you're in the UK, and here in Australia, I don't know if America had Sooty on TV, but we had Sooty. Well, I had a couple of the Sooty books, and I pulled one of them apart, and so that all the images are really sweet. They're very vintage. Apart from the Disney ones, they're more recent. They're like 80s, 90s books. Yeah, probably 80s sort of, yeah. So they're, but the older ones, if you know of like some of the older images, the way they are so romanticized, very sweet children's book images. And like this is some of the Ladybird book pages on here. That one's got Brer Rabbit. So all of the packs have pages from the same books, but of course not identical pages. But all the books that I pulled apart have been divided between these 5 pack bundles. So I've listed them as 5 bundles, but you don't get a choice. It's just random. You know, you get the first one off the pile, because they are pretty much all the same. They are all from the same books, just not identical pages. And it would take me hours and hours to go through and do a flip through type video to show you each pack. And I'm not doing that because it's just not viable for me. So that's another cute page. I'm not sure what book that came out of. That looks like Red Riding Hood, the Red Riding Hood story. So that might have been a, I don't know, mixed stories. The Enid Blyton ones, I've tried to make sure that each pack had at least 1 or 2 golly images, and there might be an Amelia Jane image in there. Brer Rabbit. I've already shown you that. That's another Brer Rabbit. There's Snuggle Pot and Cuddle Pie. That's Brer Rabbit. And that one's Brer Rabbit. I think that landed on the back because it was one of the biggest pages. There's a large Disney page on there as well in the back. So there's 5 bundles, and yeah, it's random. A random pick. And they're all ready to go. There's about 90 book pages in each pack. Okay, so I'll put those down there. Oh, down there. And the other thing is I've got 5 of the Tall Skinny journals that I did a while back, and the ephemera packs I did as well. I did them on a, did I do them on a separate video? I can't remember. Anyway, they go together. They're not separate. It's a pack journal and ephemera kit, and each one is listed individually. So even though I've got 5, it was easier for me to do these as individual listings. And I decided not to do a flip through. I was going to do a flip through of the journals, but they're semi-blank, and the photos I took are fairly self-explanatory, along with the description, as is the ephemera pack. I described that in detail. There's quite a bit in them for a small pack. There's samples of vintage wallpaper, there's book pages, there's a little bit more ledger paper in there, there's lace samples, there's a little pack of buttons, vintage buttons, and there's some fabric samples in there. There's 5 playing cards to paint or collage on, or whatever you want to do, and even the envelope that everything is sitting in that can be used in the journal. And I've put napkin on that. I've glued napkin on it, and then I've tied the whole pack with big piece, a very long piece of vintage lace to a backing board just to keep it stable. So there's everything in here can be used in the journal. And the cardboard on the back, if you cut that in half, you can easily get another journal cover out of that. So there's that one, and that one, and this one, and this one, and the yellow one. So and that's pretty much it. I was going to do another bundle of stuff, but I'm not quite ready to do that yet. I will leave that for another few weeks, and that will be a really cool bundle. Might only be 2 of them, but it's going to be a really good bundle. So depends on how much of my own collection I want to sacrifice. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for coming in and just checking it out. My shop is Bohemian Junk Journals on Etsy. I will put the link in the description, and I am not sure if it actually appears on the corner of the video. I think there's like a little icon in the bottom right corner. I can't remember. Anyway, if you haven't seen my shop, pop over and have a look. You can go via the link in the description, and then that way, if you don't want to leave YouTube altogether, when you finish looking in the shop, you can just click off and it will bring you back to YouTube straight away. So that's all I have. I think I'm going to be doing a video tomorrow. Well, I'm putting a video up tomorrow, which will be Sunday. And I think it's going to be a what's in my box, because I've got a lot in there that I need to clear out because I've got no more room in my box. So bye for now, everybody, and give me a thumbs up at least if you're not going to leave a comment. Just take 2 seconds and hit the like button for me. Bye for now. Peaceful blessings.